Hi, and thank you for watching TargetedWest.com. DJ Chris here, the moderator, founder of Targeted West. This is our third year. We have a peaceful work group that talks about the fourth industrial revolution. Our book today for the book club is about revolutions of technology throughout the last 200 years and such, going back to clothing looms in England and electricity. So this is show number 170. Today is the 20th of July, 2025. It's 81 degrees here in beautiful Lodi, California, and I'm in my trusty camper. The opinions of the persons on this call are that of their own and not that of DJ Chris and Targeted West. Tonight's topic will be gangstalking. I know I've been gangstalked before, which is separate from the targeting I get from the V2K or telepathy. So I've had the sheriff do it to me. I've had my neighbors, and I've had them do it here at the RV park, especially with the family of 8. They were terrible. And I've had other stuff like that. I don't know if you've had stuff like that happen to you with gang stalking, but today's the day to share your experiences with that. So anyway, it's open mic. If you'd like to talk, come on in. It's a Targeted West open mic show. We're going to have interviews again soon. So we're not ending the interviews. We're just taking a break. So we'll have interviews again soon. So don't fret none. Anyway, it's open mic if you'd like to talk. Come on in. We have made Tranquility co-host so she can help with the board. So she has the right to hit boot or delete if you act up or start screaming and yelling, which we rarely ever have happen here. Never actually does it ever happen. It's a really cool collect group of people that show up on Sunday. Well, not Sunday, it's the Sabbath. We should all be respectful of that and be calm and collected. It's open mic if you'd like to take your chance at speaking. One of the last chances before we go back into interviews. So now's the time. If you got something to say, you got the platform for that. I told a psychiatrist about my targeting Gertrude, and I've told her for 20 something years that part of me believes it's electronic and part of me believes it's organic. And I always say that so, I don't discount her theory. And I've been saying that, and she now believes that it's possible that this technology exists. So, yeah. She asked me about the voices the other day when I talked to her on the phone, on the video phone. But she didn't throw me in a mental hospital or anything or put me on meds. She has not investigated it, and I'm sure she has other people that come to her that have the same thing as me, and she probably doesn't want to believe it because I think they're afraid that they're going to lose their business if it becomes the fact that almost all of the mental illness is electronic, and then she thinks she'll go out of business. So, that's what I think is the case, and they want to medicate you and label you and lock you up. Hey, Deb K, what you doing?
Oh, I just got home from Menards because I had my brother-in-law.
Did you get the parts for your mower?
Yeah, there's a real nice kid that helped me. We went overboard, man. And I put a compliment in for him because he was that nice to me. So I compliment people a lot. I go overboard with that when they're good to me. So I didn't put it on because I might do it wrong. I'm going to have my brother-in-law come back and help me because I'm not good with lawnmowers. I would probably put the blade on backwards, How are you guys doing? What were you guys talking about? Were you talking about me?
Talking about today's topic. Today's topic, hey, Ann in St. Louis, it's about Gangstalking.
Oh, I know, yeah. Hi, Ann. How are you doing? I miss you.
I'm hanging in there, putting up with these. Your B2K warrior.
Yes.
Has the new lady from Colorado come back? She came Friday. I think she was from over that way. Bless you.
I knew. I'll tell you something about.
I'm so glad that you had a. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm so glad that you had a great experience shopping at Menards.
Yes, I did. Every time I talk on here, someone talks, and it reminds me what happened today when my brother-in-law started the lawnmower. It smoked up the neighborhood. It didn't even go next door, and this lady goes,
Oh, good grief.
No smoke went over there. She just went overboard. That's okay. So, Ann,
I'll tell you.
I miss you.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been to your Monday call, and I've just been so wiped out from V2K keeping me up and all that. It is just so exhausting dealing with these. You have no idea. And putting up at this hotel and their crap. And I just take it day by day, And helping other people do likewise, Love to be able to help out wherever I can.
You are a big help. You're a good girl.
What's that?
You're a good girl.
Yeah, let's try to. We're
What? You got out? Are you there?
Extreme heat advisory and a flood advisory at the same time up here. Yeah, I'm right here. We're supposed to get a thunderstorm here in about, I don't know, a couple of more hours, I guess.
We're going to get real hot weather this week. It's going to be overbearing.
That's what we got. They named 3 parts of the country that's really going to get hammered this week. So try to drink as much water and good liquids as you can.
Oh, yeah.
And stay in the shade, stay hydrated, especially us TIs, because they're doing all they can to keep us dehydrated.
Yeah, they are.
Oh. Let's take it easy and know that if you qualify, you can get help with your electric bills and your air conditioning bills through Cool Down St. Louis. It goes by different names. It's basically energy assistance, and they have 2 programs. They have the one for the summer months, and then they have the ones for the winter months. So I hope that information can help somebody. Some places will even help you get another air conditioner for the window if you need one, or you need another fan around.
Wow.
So, yeah. In Texas, they call it Cool Down Texas. And then they have Light Up Texas during the winter. So everywhere's got some place. You can reach out to your electric company and see what they have. Usually on their webpage, they have different community action resources that you can go through to see who can help with help get your electric bill, keep the lights on and that, or get your air conditioning fixed. Various resources.
Deb K, do you have a blackbird on your head?
Your V2K Warrior.
You have what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Looks like you have a bird on your head.
Let me see.
Oh, it's a picture behind you. It's got a black image in the center.
That's my hat, my coat rack with hats on it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, it looks like a hat.
I thought it was a blackbird.
Yeah, when the hats were shown before, they said, you got someone standing behind you, look. And I said, oh, no, that's my hat. I do have hats that I wear when I'm all dressed up. Me and my niece, we're big hat gurus. She tries to outdo me on the hats all the time. I said, where did you get your hat? She says, at the Goodwill. We laugh. She's so much fun. I do have some good relatives. We have a lot of laughs.
Can you hear me? Oh.
I hear you,
Hi, I usually don't make the recording. I had a comment on Gangstalking. I know.
I would like to hear your comment on Gangstalking, please, for the recording. Thank you.
I know that when it's really heavy, that I've had better luck looking at what the distraction is for, like something you're missing, maybe an old friend. Before I've missed a job because I was being gangstalked so heavily, I missed a job opportunity that I didn't realize until later on. I mean, usually the distraction is for some reason, and you're so caught up in it that you don't see a friend you might have missed, or a good opportunity in your life. So that's just in my experience. When you're being gang stalked real heavily or being like ran off the road or vehicle, stuff that we have, I find going, slowing everything down a lot. Slow down everything you're doing, and try not to make a mistake, because that's where it lies usually. The gang stalking is just heavy like that. I see Chris kind of laughing at me, but that was my comment. That's just my experience. Thank you. Thumbs up.
You said don't make a mistake. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Well, try not to make a big mistake like I have. I've experienced making a mistake. When I was being heavily gang stalked, I had something that happened that could have been so terrible. And I stopped and thought about it, took a deep breath, and didn't act upon my rage. So, yeah. Laugh all you want.
Save your rage for the cage. Yes, that's right.
Save your rage for inside. I don't know, but I've tended to make some mistakes when I'm heavily gang stalked and running around, like, trying to get away from it. I just find if you slow down, maybe, try to see what they're distracting you from. Just my experience. Thank you, Chris.
Do you ignore them?
Oh, yeah. To the point where it seems insane, to the point where it seems like crazy that I'm not saying anything about it.
Yeah, so, when you tell friends about it, they hear you and then they do it more. So I don't ever acknowledge them either.
Yeah. That's true. I'm glad you had a good experience today shopping. I, too, will give people, a thanks for helping me. I mean, it's hard to get good customer service nowadays, right? So,
he went overboard. He helped me with everything. Just a young kid. I was so proud of him.
I can make some comments about gang stalking. Hi, Chris. Hi, Laura.
Hello, Minnie from Minnie's late night call. She's here, standing tall, able to disclose it all.
I just left Minnie a
Minniola.
Met her at the restaurant? Okay, good. Go ahead, Minnie.
It's okay. Minnie Tonka. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep going now. All right. What was I going to say? Yes, I want to expand on. Laura has had some good points I wanted to add on to what she said. So there's not much more to say than what Laura's saying. We just want to expand on those things. I don't ignore anything. I find it's impossible for me to ignore anything personally. It's just me personally. So what I do is something what a little bit more what Laura said about slowing down. Like I stop and appreciate the different noises that my neighbors are making, and because I have sense of humor, I have a little laugh at what they're doing, and then I feel better. And the slow down. See, hey, somebody's talking while I'm talking. Anyway, so the other thing I want to mention about the slowing down is there's two things. There's about resting. Okay, slowing down for me is like whenever things are really feeling really, really intense, I'll take a little break. I'll go sit down. I'll just sit there and do nothing for a little bit, even though I have lots of things to do. Because if I go and like motor through all the things, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get hit, and then I'm going to like bang into something because of the attacks on me are very physical. So I go sit down whenever things are really like intense, like I have to wash the dishes and make the food, like all these things. No, I'll just sit down and take a little break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes I even take kind of a little nap or close my eyes, you know. The other thing I do in conjunction with the resting is one, like not multitasking, unitask. If I have 5 things to do, I choose one thing, I clear out the whole counter wherever I'm working. I clear out the whole thing and just do that one thing and finish the one thing. And so my neighbor's tapping away at the wall and, you know, rolling a bowling ball down his hallway and screaming and yelling. And I'm just doing that. I'm just making the coffee. Yeah. I feel like I'm 100 years old. But that coffee, when I'm done, I drink it. And it tastes really good. Like if I go and run and do 5, 10 things, the coffee's going to be cold. I won't be able to get the stuff in it that makes it taste good while it's warm. And it makes me unhappy. But that unitasking, monotasking and resting really helps.
I'm the same way. I do one thing at a time and then go to the next, yeah. I do everything in sections, baby steps. Well, thank you very much for that insight, Minnie. I really appreciate it. You want to hang out with Minnie tonight, you can go to tievents.org and click on her button and check her out overnight.
I just want to add one little comment that if you come to my call and you want to talk while I'm talking, you're not welcome. All right, there you go.
Sometimes I butt in and I don't mean to.
No, it's about like getting yourself off the mute button and like talking at the same time, but you know what I mean, like being unaware that you're off mute or something like that. Yeah.
I had some people they were trying to think of that poster board. No, it was a insulation board to get at Home Depot, and I found out the name of it, and I was going to say it on there, but some guy talked right over me like he wasn't going to listen to anything I said. So, I mean, he wouldn't even let up. He started at the same time, and I just thought, forget it. I put it in the chat, and then I got off of there because that guy was real long-winded, you know.
Yeah. I call those people bots. You know, they may be human, but I find that they're very bot-like in there. Like, I must talk and keep talking. Steam rolling over you. So yeah, I don't have to talk. Happens a lot.
I'm not even going to go there. You know, I don't have time for that. I don't do it anyway. I don't make fun of people, and I just don't like to trash people at all. If someone wants me to stop talking to someone because they don't like them, I don't do that. You know, I like everybody, and I treat them like I want to be treated. You know, I care a lot about people, especially TIs.
Yeah, I'm a little different, you know, because I have a sense of humor, so that bothers people, and you know, all kinds of things that annoy people about me. So I really can't. I have to be myself, and so that sort of like does a bit of helps me make decisions, you know, about people that other people don't have to make. You know, like you're different from me. That's all.
Yeah, they're not all alike. Hi, Benjamin.
Hello, Benjamin.
I see you smiling.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at the camera and I saw how like serious I was, so I just kind of put on a smiley face. You know, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Introduce myself. I'm basically subjected to 24/7 V2K psychological horrible stuff.
Did you get any gang stalking in person?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you ever get any gang stalking?
Yeah, at first I thought that the whole gang stalking thing, my V2K was, always saying like people are coming into your apartment and doing stuff. People are doing things to your wife, and I thought that it was all a psychological tactic. And then actually stuff started getting sabotaged in my home, and I found things were not where I placed them, and my car was sabotaged, and then when things started getting really crazy and I lost my car, now even like my e-bike is being sabotaged and things like that. So I've never actually. I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of hard to tell when somebody is actually a gang stalker, like somebody's actually involved in this thing, because it's a government mind control project that's subcontracted out to criminals, and when they can basically contact people, take control, or send imitated thoughts, feelings, using brain-computer interface to people around you to make them act suspicious and argue with you and do all sorts of crazy things.
I agree with you. I've seen that happen. There's a person named Cheryl Welsh, and she has a website called Mind Justice, and she noticed that when she went to go interview at the Air Force, and then took another interview and took another job at Kaiser, that she had gang stalking, and they were all crazy around her, spitting at her and yelling at her and all that stuff. And she was on William Shatner's show, so yeah, that's happened.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. I saw it with my own family, and people that I know. Another TI recently I heard explain it perfectly. Like, if you notice people around you that are normally, that you've known for a while, how they act, and all of a sudden they become like irrational. They start arguments with you over strange things. There'll be setups even where it's like, oh, I'll lend you let's say I'll lend you a bicycle, or I'll lend you or I'll loan you $100, and they're like, oh, pay me back whenever, no problem. And then like the next week they're like, hey, where's that money? And it's like, what? And it's kind of like there are these set up things to cause arguments and disagreements to alienate you from people that because it seems like a part of this whole program is to, when you're targeted, overtly targeted, where you're aware of it, they want you isolated as much as possible. So they try to isolate you from family and friends, keep you off by yourself, and they don't want you really talking to anyone. So they will instigate arguments and make you dislike people, or make people dislike you, to kind of single you out and just get you home alone. And they want you home alone, they want you without a job, they want you to have very little money, they don't want you to have transportation, and that way they can kind of keep you in their sphere of influence. And as far as the psychological warfare, especially for V2K, it's just the only stimulus that you're getting is that negative psychological torture, instead of being able to talk to people to relieve your stress, which is how humans work. We need, positive interaction, like these conference calls.
Thank you. Just a little brief moment. I got a message from my friends at TI Events. So we'll take a little break in the half hour, and we'll be right back to this conversation. And let's hear from Alex and Jamie.
Jamie, being a targeted individual is so isolating. I don't know who to trust or where to turn.
I totally get it, Alex. That's how I felt too, until I found TIEvents.org.
TIEvents.org? What's that?
It's a site that lists everything for TIs. Conference calls, webinars, in-person events, support groups, meetups, and more. There's something happening every day.
Well, that's exactly what I need. Real support from people who understand.
You'll find it all at TIEvents.org. It's been a game changer for me.
TIEvents.org, your one-stop source for all targeted individual events. Visit today and connect with your community.
That's TIEvents.org. Now back to the conversation.
Benjamin,
I'm back.
can you turn your mic up, Benjamin? They can't hear you.
Oh, my mic. Yeah, I'll have to turn the camera off. I mean, I think it's. I mean, they have like. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me okay?
No, I had to put my phone.
I'll do this.
Are you there?
Yep. All right. Is that more clear?
Yeah, you can hear. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. When I first started doing the teleconference thing, when I found this website last week, it was fine if I used speakerphone, but now every single time I use a speakerphone, everybody says that they can't hear me because I think that they don't want me using a camera and talking. So I mean, my devices are like tightly controlled. My computer's been hacked and destroyed 3 times. I can't use my computer anymore, and I just can use my telephone. I mean, my cell phone here, which gets shut down constantly, and it's under constant surveillance. But yeah. So yeah. Now you can hear me. I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything. I don't want to talk.
I can hear you better now, yes.
Speak closer to the mic if you can.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can hear me. I got on here because me and my wife were targeted, like overtly targeted 2 years ago. You know, we were basically moved to these series, like we moved back to Massachusetts, which I find is one of the hubs of this. You know, it's like a technological hub, and there's lots of these. It seems like it's gangs of people that are basically subcontracted out by the U.S. government. You know, using technology from Homeland Security or the FBI. And yeah, we got targeted. My wife started undergoing like a weird metamorphosis, like there's the only way I can describe it, where I was getting targeted, all my stuff was getting hacked, and I thought what the heck is this? I must be, I was very worried because I had, connections to I would say, light organized crime in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Boston, Massachusetts here. I was just like a simple, kind of large-scale weed grower, which is now all legal here now. But 10 years ago, it's very illegal. So I was involved in networks, that had to do with that, and then by proxy became involved with, other criminal elements and networks that I didn't approve of and didn't want to work with. That I found out were involved in, in basically human trafficking, and I didn't want to deal with them. So I shortly thereafter stopped working in that field, and then I found, for a while, I just started doing DoorDash and Uber driving, and then I became like a maintenance technician and stuff like that. And then when we had to move back to Massachusetts, back into the area where I was working before, all of a sudden, this is when my devices started getting hacked. It seemed like we were directed to move into these apartments, which are very odd. And my wife started acting very strange, and basically exhibiting signs of somebody that had been programmed, almost like a hypnotic state. I saw her slip into hypnotic trances. She started using phrases and words that she never used before. Would go blank when I would talk to her. Started going into circular, saying the same things over and over again, starting arguments when we had been together for 5.5 years and never argued. And shortly thereafter, I realized that this was kind of a human trafficking, basically mind control kind of situation. And slowly over time, kind of saw her just change into a different person while I was being V2K'd and tightly managed. They made me lose my job. They made me lose my car. They kept me from, like I said before, having a computer, and yeah. So I'm at the point now where it seems as though this is. I mean, they kind of revealed like a lot of information to me, but I figured out quite a bit. And it seems like it's there's a lot of human trafficking involved in this type of in the contracting out that the government is doing with this. That's how they kind of incentivize these criminal organizations to spend so much time doing like this 24/7 V2K, which for me is I can tell are people. I tried the Turing test and all sorts of stuff to figure out if this is AI that I'm talking to. And yeah, it's actual people that are talking at me and monitoring me 24/7.
Yeah, they pass the Turing test because it's so quiet in the background. They have that advantage, so it's hard to tell the difference between AI and the humans. But I can tell the humans because they use my name. They refer to me by my name on the screen they're reading, and the AI doesn't call me by my name.
Yeah. Do they say your whole name? Because
they do. Like it's formal. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's never just your first name. It's always your full name.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's hard to tell, I guess, because there's AI that is definitely very advanced. We're dealing with technology that's extremely advanced and hidden. And I think the AI that's available to the public is, I mean, that's for the open public. And I'm sure that DARPA and government agencies have AI that's more advanced and it can be more tricky. But I don't know. It seems like it's actual people that I'm talking to, I mean, in my head. I mean, when it first started, the V2K, I mean, they tried imitating mental illness. They tried imitating, like, I was hearing voices. They tried imitating that I was talking to demons. Like, they tried saying, talking like they were.
You're past that, right? You're past that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't fall for it. It was, to me, the whole time. As soon as I started hearing it, I just kept asking, like, what government agency is this? And I just kept saying, like, oh my God, like, this is like synthetic telepathy. Like, this is crazy. Like I can't believe this is happening. Like, who are you? And they gave up that whole bullshit. At first they were, the bull crap. I mean, that at first they were trying to make me hear random voices in the house, or they were trying to make me hear noises on the other side of the house. So I'd run around and freak out, and I started doing that for a minute. And then I realized, like, oh, this is, you guys have some type of, it's like a directional
speaker.
Yeah.
It's a directional speaker.
I thought it was speakers, and I was searching around my house for...
It's called Quad S subliminal sound, and it makes it sound like it's coming from the neighbor or from your garage or from the bathroom. Yeah, it's directed sound.
Yeah, they tried making it sound like my upstairs neighbors were doing stuff. They were basically making it, because it's all coming from inside your head. It's a directional sound that they can make you hear. And I thought that they tried making me think at first there were people in my house who were trying to break in. Then they made it sound like it was my neighbors upstairs that were talking about me, and I was just like,
on the roof.
And I was like, that
on the roof.
Yeah, there's like insulation. Like I wouldn't be able to hear voices. And then they switched over to like, oh, we're demons, we're in your head, and I didn't fall for that. And then once I got past,
they're demoniacal.
Sorry, what?
They're demoniacal punks with advanced technology.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
He's breaking up.
But yeah, so once I got past all that, I just kept saying, you guys are full of crap. Like, what is this? Then they just switched to full-on emotional, psychological torture, and telling me that they were going, the terrible things that they're going to do to my wife and to myself, and that they were, going to send crooked police after me, anything they could to make me paranoid or scared. They switched over to that.
Tell me something like that. When they try to do that, do they use remote neural monitoring and like hallucination stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yes. So they use the synthetic hallucinations, which tripped me out at first, because I'm somebody that back in the day, I messed with hallucinogens when I was younger, so I know what a hallucination is. But these were freaky. I mean, they literally made like a demon show up in front of me, like a dancing demon, and I was like, I was just sitting there like, what is this?
When you're vulnerable, they'll put more thoughts into your mind.
Did anybody catch what he said?
No.
All right. Yeah, sir, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. You might need to take off speakerphone. But yeah, they did the synthetic hallucinations. They like weird stuff, really weird stuff. They would freak me out. And the remote neural monitoring, I didn't understand what that was. I didn't read, like now I've read Dr. Robert Duncan's book, Project Soulcatcher, and I understand how it works. But at the time, I figured it out because I was lighting a cigarette, sitting on my couch, listening to these people berate me in my head, and I accidentally rested the lighter on my belly, which was still hot, and it kind of burned my stomach a little bit, and I was like, oh, and I jumped. But the V2K in my head went, oh, like it was like they cried out. And then I had this epiphany. I was like, oh my God, you guys can feel what I'm feeling. And then I immediately went and I started looking up. At the time, I thought it was like a neural implant. And I started researching Neuralink. And on Neuralink, one of the things that they are promising is to share sensations. So like if you are linked up with somebody that has the link, that you can share actual physical sensation. And so at that point, that was when I still thought it was an implant. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm leaning towards not, because it seems like this is a completely wireless technology that they can go by brain signature and your own personal kind of frequency to lock in on you. And but yeah, I figured out that we're using the ability to share a sensation. And then I was searching around my apartment for cameras, because they were telling me what was going on in my head. Like they were like talking about what I was doing. How do you know what I'm doing? And so I was looking for cameras, and then I realized that they can actually see through my eyes.
Remote neural monitoring.
Yeah, that's what I've been experiencing. And then they started the sensory sharing. After I figured out when I burned myself and I figured out that they were feeling, what I was feeling, they started to do it from their end, where they would do things like I'd feel like a hand stroking my thigh. They would try to sexually humiliate, these type of things, different feelings on private parts of your body. It felt like somebody was, poking at my butt, things like that. And
but can they actually feel that and that? Because I think I read before, like if the guy, the handler is spinning his head around, can make you feel like you're spinning. Now I don't know about that, but I hear what you're saying.
The spinning thing, they can cause. So it seemed like they didn't want me to smoke cigarettes. I think that when they were severely attacking me, in one of these apartments, I would experience these like severe, like it was like they were shutting my brain down, like I couldn't think. And I was sitting there panicking, trying to figure out like what's going on with my wife, how can I save her, and I'm trying to like research stuff, and it would feel like my whole head was being cooked, like my whole head was heating up, like I was in a microwave. And
in the back of your head mostly. In the back, across the back.
I almost think more like my forehead and top of my head. My forehead and top of my head.
In the middle of your head. Your corpus goes very straight down the middle.
Yeah, like the top of my head and my forehead would be heating up, and I would get blurred vision, and I just couldn't think. Like it's like I couldn't think. It was like they were jamming my thoughts, and I got an EMF reader. And when I started doing readings during those periods, they were reading extremely high, and I have pictures of the readings.
it's like one of the few actual pieces of like hard evidence that I have. I still have pictures of all like the extremely high readings through the roof of the EMF.
I mean, hey, which one? What do you have? What do you own to look up for the reading? Is it both? Is it magnetic, electric, and radio frequencies? All three of them?
No, I got a cheap one off Amazon because they had kept me from getting a job. Like they totally blocked me from getting a job for like 8 months. It was insane. The longest I've ever been unemployed in my life.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry.
and yeah, and so I got one and it just measured PPV. And that was reading like off the charts, like unsafe levels. It said warning on it. It was like I think it was like 217 ppv.
For what? Registering what?
200. It was like 217 ppv.
What does that mean?
I don't
PPV,
know. It's a measure of voltage of the electromagnetic field.
Yeah. Okay. Now you go into the electric. Now you're talking about that. I mean, you can get around, a refrigerator, and it should be 300 or 400, and I get around, jumps up to 1,000.
Well, this was throughout the entire apartment. This wasn't like it would start off at like it would start off at like 1 or 2, and then when the attacks would start happening, it would raise in the entire apartment I was in, which I believe were rigged apartments.
I don't want to interrupt, but it's time for the book club.
Okay.
We'll continue our conversation about your targeting after we have a brief message from our people at the book club. And here we go.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TIBookClub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
It's time for the book club. Today's book club entry for the next couple weeks is Blood in the Machine by Brian Merchant. We gave it an 8. It is a book about the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the third, the second, and the first, about how the first revolution of looms to make material and clothing. The Luddites would try to burn the building down, and of course that may happen with the AI buildings that are sucking up all the energy in the supercomputers. So you may have that happen again. This book refers to the beginning of the first industrial revolution and then compares it to now and goes back and forth between what we have in social media and stuff, and how AI is taking over and becoming more of something that people are concerned about. So it's a good book. I give it an 8, and if you'd like to join the book club, you can. Just go ahead and send me an email or whatever you'd like. And do you have any questions? And so that's the book club for now. You can join the book club and read all sorts of different books. You have to buy them, of course, but there are books that are free. I just put one in with a book from the 70s that is real interesting, that was referred to me by Kimberly Mosby. So check that out. And that ends the book club for now, and we're going to go back to regular conversation.
Yeah, you talk about the AI, and I read a story pretty much where AI is now able to speak to other AI and communicate them to do what they want to do. So that's pretty spooky. Yeah, it's me, but it's the more and more we go, this AI is communicating, with their algorithms or whatever, I just don't know when somebody's gonna notice that or see that or put two and two together. I just don't know.
So that's what you're gonna paint there, Deb K? That's a good one. I used AI to make that coloring book, matter of fact, so AI can be used for good things too.
Oh yeah, they can.
Chris wanted me to color this one, so I'm going to color it. Sorry for...
Yeah, that one's complicated. That's got a bunch of different colored fish in it.
Yep.
Good luck.
I'm sorry I interrupted. Go ahead. Okay. Hi, DJ.
Hello, how are you?
Well, it's a little calm, but you can never put it past them. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
How are you, Chris? How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing a lot better than I was last week, for sure.
Oh, good. I've been praying for you, brother, and praying for all of us, and I'm just checking in. Bless everybody.
Bless you too, Cece. Thank you.
Chris, I'll ask prayers because I can't get treatment for this illness I have. So I just thought I'd ask that real quick. If everybody could pray for me to get treatment. They won't give me medicine and stuff properly. So I don't want to go on the warpath, but appreciate your prayers, everybody.
Okay, we will. Well, we have a little message we're going to play for some people that would like to meet up for events. And we have that message right now for you, so check it out.
This summer, something powerful is happening. Targeted individuals are coming together not just for fellowship, but for healing, visibility, connection, and action. If you've been waiting to meet others face-to-face, these 3 major upcoming TI events truly matter. It all starts this Saturday, July 19th at 1 p.m. in Seattle with a TI picnic hosted by PAX at Gasworks Park. Food is provided, and while the vibe is relaxed, the purpose is real, to connect with people who truly understand. If you're in Seattle or nearby, don't miss this chance. Next, on Friday, August 22nd, TIs from Michigan, Ohio, and surrounding states will gather at Kensington Metro Park in Milford, Michigan for their first annual TI picnic and barbecue. It's a rare chance to share your story, recharge, and be with others who live this experience. Sign up now at tievents.org. Then we head to Washington, D.C. for Targeted Action 2025, proudly hosted by Targeted Justice. Running September 5th through 8th, this 4-day event combines peaceful protest and outreach in the nation's capital. The time is now, a moment to show up, speak out, and declare freedom. Register today at targetedjustice.com. Hosting your own major TI event? TI Events offers free, dedicated event pages complete with RSVP tools and promotions. Spots are limited and subject to approval, but if you're organizing something big, let's amplify it. For the full schedule, visit tievents.org and follow us on X and Rumble, because together we are stronger. Have a powerful week, everyone.
That's tievents.org, and that's your message from Tranquility. And all those events are happening. One happened today in Seattle, and many more are coming up in August and September.
Hey, Chris, I had a question for you.
Yes, Marcus, how are you?
I've been slightly bloated all day, but I've had a much higher energy level today. I woke up at 9. I went on like a 2-mile walk, and then hung out in my apartment, and then went on like another 2-mile walk. So my legs are still good, you know, but it's more difficult when you're targeted with neuroprosthetic manipulation.
That's right, you have fake legs.
Yeah, I am. You're right. And but my question was,
that's good.
You know about like, Chris, hold your pony. You know about like grounding to the Earth's energy field?
I know the Cadillac dealer opens at 9.
No, they said like you can ground to the Earth's energy to help repel the direct
Yes, I use the grounding. I mentioned it on my website. Grounding to the Schumann resonance 7.82 is very helpful for you and your heart, and it reduces the volume of V2K in my case slightly.
Is that into outside?
I'm out. No, I'm out in the country in an RV park, not near a bunch of electrical, which are grounded into the ground. So here in some apartment complex and try to ground, you're not going to get the same effect as I'm getting out here in the middle of nowhere.
Chris, hold your pony. What was the first thing you said? 9.82?
7.82 is the Schumann resonance.
With the ground's electromagnetic field?
That's right.
Do you have to, okay, here's my question. Do you have to be standing on the ground, or can I get that like walking around barefoot in my apartment on the 2nd floor?
You have to be on the ground or on the lawn or even on the cement with bare feet.
All right, thank you for answering my question.
Do that for an hour and you'll sleep better, and you'll thank me. You'll go, wow, I can't believe grounding for an hour made me sleep better. You will sleep better, trust me. It's shocking the difference it makes.
I like to try to ground near a tree, since like stay on the dirt or the grass around a tree, and then also touch the tree and be barefoot as well. And I feel like that's a little extra oomph, so to speak, you know what I mean? Like, because it's great to have your feet grounded, but if you can get access to a tree as well and touch that or lean against it, I feel like you can get a little bit more recharge. That's just me, though. I don't know. I have no. I don't know if I've ever read any scientific articles about it, but yeah, somebody said you could touch a tree too. Hold on to a tree if it's like snowy on the ground, it's winter, and you don't want to take your shoes off. You can touch the tree and ground through your hands. But
that's true. That makes sense, but not as good, but just as well. It's better than nothing.
Exactly.
Well, if you think about it, you have a bioresonance. Every living creature has a bioresonance, and then you're bioresonating with that tree if it's standing or touching it, standing near it. So you have a valid point.
Yeah, and that you think about how trees are rooted, right? They're rooted in, and we want to be rooted in to kind of get that electrical charge in our bodies because of all this radiation. We need the Earth's natural balancing, but I don't know what it's called, but it does affect the biofield, and it's really essential.
Yeah.
When I do
Gotcha. Well, let's go ahead and end this recording. Thank you for watching on your favorite platform or listening on Spotify. Please like, subscribe, and make a comment. And we'll see you next week for another edition of the Targeted West podcast on your favorite platform. Thank you.